Good morning, it's Kyle, a truck and RV sales consultant at Bluegrass International in Georgetown, Kentucky. This morning, it's 5 o'clock in the morning in Las Vegas. So every once in a blue moon, I get an opportunity to deliver an RV. And so this customer wanted to meet me in Las Vegas. It's Christmas time, mid-December, and it just ended up, logistically, I had to move the motorhome myself. So I made the trip out here, and I thought, why not make a video? And so this morning I got up. I always want to deliver a motorhome to a customer full of fuel. And so I get up this morning. I carry a TSD Logistics card. I have a motorhome myself. And so I got up this morning, opened up the Open Roads app, and to see where the local fill station was. And of course, there's one right across the street. There's a TA. And so I'm gonna go over there and basically just do a quick video showing how you fill your motorhome. The motorhome that I'm gonna take over there is I did 2,000 miles in 2.5 days, so I'm struggling a little bit. But the motorhome I have is a 2024 Renegade Verona36VSB. So it's on the Freightliner M2 106 chassis, which means it has the straddled fuel tanks. So you've got a 50-gallon fuel tank under the passenger side and a 50-gallon tank under the driver's side. But let's get to it, and I'll drive over there to the TA, and I'll just kind of show you the fill process. All right, so we're over here at the TA, and the first thing I want to point out is if all lanes are full, because most of your trucker stuff is all one-way pull through, so you'll get in line for a pump, and then the truck, when the trucker pulls forward or the other RVer pulls forward, you can pull up and fuel. So, half the time I gotta wait for somebody, and half the time I can pull right in and fill. So we'll go ahead and I'll pull up here. And you can see we got a pump on both sides. Before I get at the fuel, I want to show you, when you get done fueling and say you're going to go in and use the restroom or get a cup of coffee or something, in a big motorhome, you don't want to have to go off and try to park somewhere, especially if you're flat towing. And so it's common courtesy that when you get done filling your tanks, is like these truckers here in front of me, is to pull forward. A lot of times you can see there's yellow lanes marked, and a lot of times they even have like a yellow line or a white line that goes straight across, so that you can pull up to that point, so that when you are running in to get a cup of coffee or use the restroom, another guy can pull in behind you and fill, and while he's filling, by the time you come back out, he's doing the same thing. He's pulling forward, and then you're pulling away. All right, so we're here at the pump. I've got my handy dandy EFS TSD Logistics fuel card. And all you got to do is we'll swipe it. It's working my card. We're gonna skip this. I don't have an Ultra One card. We are, we're putting fuel on a tractor, more or less. They don't have an RV option. We do want DEF. I want to make sure the customer's DEF tank is full. I do not want a cash advance. Oh, you can get a cash advance on your TSD card. I do not need additional products. It's asking for my control number. You'll get a unique control number when you get your TSD Logistics card. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm entering my control number. There we go. One moment, please. Authorizing diesel. I really hope you guys can see this screen in the video. Please remove the nozzle. So we'll come down here. And so this is where it coming through the truck stop is very convenient, because this has dual fuel tanks on it. So I'm gonna reach over here. I'm gonna pull the lever up. And then it's authorizing the fuel. So that one's going. You always want to fill both tanks all the time. Those tanks are not designed to just fill one and not the other, because they equalize themselves very slowly over a long period of time. It's called an EquiFlow system. See over here, I've got another handle. There's no screen or nothing over here, but you do have another handle attached to that same pump. Helps if you pull the thing. So now I'm filling on both sides of the motorhome. Oh, kicked off on me. There we go. We're filling on both sides of the motorhome. This fuel tank, I guess I must. The tanks aren't really empty. Yeah, I just want to make sure they are topped off for the customer at delivery. So we'll go to the other side. Yeah, this one kicked off too. So the fuel tanks are 100-gallon, but you actually don't hold 100 gallons of fuel. It's kind of like a propane tank. You know, quote me to this, you're 80% capacity. And of course, you know, you can see, and don't judge me for this, but I want this tank to be topped off when the customer gets it. You can pull the nozzle back, and you can add a substantial amount of diesel to your tank. It's also, you know, maybe good practice if you know you're going on like across the desert and you may be a while to a fuel station. And you can add up to an additional 10 gallons of fuel if you pull it back. You know, you can see how long this thing is. If I stick that thing way down in there, I mean, I'm cutting off 3-4 inches of my tank. We'll go back over the other side here. And we can just cut this off, pull this out, hang it back up. On the fuel caps, you know, it's good to just kind of, you know, anything, just turn them kind of slow, make sure the threads are caught straight. You don't want to get bound up. And same thing over here, we'll pull our... Now, I'm going to hang this up, and then what it's going to do is, I told her I wanted a DEF. The cheapest way by far to buy DEF is at the pump. See, now it's saying authorizing DEF automatically. Please remove nozzle. So put my fuel cap back on. And then here's our DEF. I need to clean that DEF thing up. I always recommend to people, so the DEF fill is over here off to the right. It's got a cover that goes over it for winter time, just because DEF can freeze, so you got to keep it from freezing up, and that's the way they protect it at the diesel pumps. And then I'll go down here, and of course it automatically, I selected the DEF button, and then we're good to fuel. So you can see up here. One of the things I recommend to people when they get done filling their DEF, and I just didn't have one with me because this is a brand new motorhome, is to carry a jug, that, you know, a small water bottle or something you can put water in, so that when you get done filling the DEF, that you can splash all if you spill any, because it's all like white and corrody and just doesn't look very pretty, and over time can really build up a lot of crystals, because you want to make sure you keep that clean. You don't want to get chunks down inside the tank. And then I usually do not top off DEF. You know, you just don't want to risk spilling a bunch of it. I mean, you can see on this motorhome where just from my 2,000-mile trip, there's a little bit of crystallization around here, and I'll clean that up before I deliver it to the customer. So it's that easy to fill up your motorhome through a truck stop. Now, if I could go in and get a receipt, but it's not going to reflect what I just paid for the fuel, the best way to do that is on your Open Roads app. If you're using the TSD Logistics card, is to just use their invoice viewer on the app, because it's going to reflect the true dollar amount that you actually paid for your fuel. I don't know if you can see way over there, but the TA sign credit card for diesel fuel is $4.45 a gallon. With the TSD Logistics card, I just paid $3.62. So that's a decent savings, especially if you're close to E. So definitely recommend checking it out. And I'll put a link in the description for the TSD Logistics card. And once again, I mean, you guys can call or text me anytime. and ask questions regarding like the fuel card, or just you know, I'm here to help. So whatever questions you got. This is that part, you know, if I was gonna go inside, you know, before I go inside, I would, like this guy over here, he's probably gone inside, do something. You know, I would pull forward and park my rig, you know, then go in. That way, if there was a trucker waiting behind me, you know, he could fill while I'm in there doing my thing, versus just sitting there waiting on me. Once again, my name is Kyle. I'm a truck and RV sales consultant with Bluegrass International in Georgetown, Kentucky, standing in Las Vegas. I appreciate you checking out another one of my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, support me. I mean, this is all about helping other people. And of course, I love being part of the RV community, and especially the Renegade RV community. And just appreciate everybody checking out the videos, and talk to you guys soon. And always feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, or any way you think I can help.